Presenting our officials for this match. First referee, Mr. Patrick Alan Castillo, National Referee. Second referee, Miss Joy De Imus, ABC International Referee Candidate. Let's welcome our starting lineup from our PLDT high-speed hitters. Let's begin with jersey number 3, Mika Irene Reyes. At number 5, Erica May Santos. Wearing jersey number 7, our guest player from Russia, Elena Samoilenko. At number 9, Kim Fajardo. Wearing jersey number 10, Mary Joy Baron. And at number 17, Viola May Ceballos. Starting libero is their team captain, number 8, Kathleen Faith Arado. Head coach, Mr. Rald Benson Ricafort. Calling on our Akari Chargers. Let's begin with their guest player who wears jersey number 4 from California, USA, Ollie Ocaro. At number 5, Gretchel Soltones. Wearing jersey number 10, Princess Ezra Madrigal. At number 13, Celine Eliza Domingo. Number 16 is Ivy Keith Laxina. And at number 18, Camille Angelica Cal. Starting libero is number 3, Alexandra Maxine Wangko. Head coach, Mr. Takayuki Minowa.
Let's check out the starters for the PLDT high-speed hitters. Baron, Reyes, Santos, Fajardo, Samoilenko, Ceballos, and Kath Arado as their libero. Meanwhile, for Akari, you have Madrigal, Domingo, Laxina, Cal, Soltones, Ocaro, and Max Wanko will be their starting libero. And we are all set to begin the semifinals of the 2024 PVL Reinforced Conference. Thank you for joining us over on One Sports, on One Sports Plus, and on Pilipinas Live. Dip Dipiaco with Noreen Go on call for this match. And we have Jan Ejido at the sidelines who will give us the updates and reports. Noreen, we had to wait. Everyone had to wait for this matchup between PLDT and Akari, and later on, Signal versus Streamline. But you know this is a highly anticipated semifinals day.
Yeah, you can't help but feel excitement for both these teams because we did mention at the top of the coverage what is at stake. A great ending for both these teams. They both want to make it to the finals.
Right, and we begin this matchup for the first point. Soltones will attack second time, and she scores
one
as she puts the Chargers on the board.
Well, as expected, you know that Gretchel Soltones will be one of the first options, of course, aside from Ollie Ocaro. And you know she's been having a spectacular conference. You know, she's healthy and she's been pouring in the points.
Right. Cal with the serve. Samoilenko picked up by Laxina. Cal back sets to Ocaro. Santos was there. Fajardo will give it to Ceballos for the drop.
Oh, good save.
It's kept alive by the Chargers. Another one. Easy pickup. Bit tight, but Soltones finds a way, and she has 2 of Akari's points early on.
Yeah, she got it on top. You know, she used her quickness and obviously her experience, and she knew what to do with that ball.
Soltones has previous championship experience in the PVL when she was still with the Petrogas Angels.
Oh, what a dig.
In the last reinforced conference. Ocaro. Samoilenko. There was a touch, but it drops for Elena Samoilenko.
Yeah, I mean, you appreciate the effort of Akari. They didn't keep that ball in play because of the hand lands the tips, you know, the change of direction, but you appreciate all the diving and all the effort.
Mika Reyes serving for PLDT. It's kept alive by Akari. Fajardo tosses. Sultanes got a touch. Scrambling are the Akari Chargers. This will end up as a free ball. Kyle looks at the options, goes to Oli. Set back. Okaro again. Oh, that's tight. And she hits the antenna. So we are tied at 2 apiece. As we send this to Jana Hido for this report. Jana?
Behind this undefeated run of the Akari Chargers here in the reinforced conference, their team captain, Michelle Cobb, tells me that the grind does not stop here in the postseason. It continues game after game. She shared with me that the team was actually more pressured while preparing for their quarterfinals match. She tells me during that match, you can feel the do or die tension during there. And it was so tense and so pressuring because they kept thinking about the record, but here it does not stop anymore. After all, this is Akari's magical run, and this is only their first postseason appearance in the PVL. And to Mitch, being a step away from the finals is something definitely earned by she and her teammates. And this report is brought to you by the Pilipinas Live app. Download and subscribe now for only 149 pesos a month. Back to you, Dip and Irene.
Thank you, Jana, for that report. Well, while Jana was reporting, Baron scored a point and then a miscue for Akari. 4 straight to get the lead as we get to this timeout. We'll take a break. We'll be back after this one.
Good at the front. I will see the backside. Okay, have a communication with. Okay, good thing, go.
Ate Ivy, good pass na yun. Piling ko hindi talaga natin pinakoy kasi baka. Pwede rin ako ng season drop ball. Yes, ate. Huwag natin pala yung end dalawa. Okay. Let's do that. Season drop ball, ha? Okay, linga. Girls. Ate, go. We're so much in a hurry. Let's relax ourselves. Hey, Akari.
Back inside the Mall of Age Arena, timeout called by Coach Taka after the high-speed hitters have scored 4 straight, and that last point, that was a miscue for Akari, uncontested error for them.
Yeah, you're right. Miscue is the word. That's one thing you don't want to see. You have pretty much an unblemished record in this conference, and you don't want these, these little miscues to start popping up.
Reyes continues to serve. Cal, let's see how they respond. Off of the timeout, and Sultanes with all 3 points of the Chargers here in set number 1.
We did say, if she's healthy, she does a lot of damage.
And this spike of the set is brought to you by Duncan, pasalubong ng bayan. She heads to the service line, 3 serving 4. Oh, but that is short. Another unforced error for Akari.
Well, both teams early on here in the first set, we can see both teams just using good defense, trying to get or to keep the balls in play and wait for the errors of the opponents. What a serve.
They go to Laksina, her first try, and she finds the line.
Right on the line.
Oh, we've seen that. We've seen that throughout the conference, how Laksina is not going to full power. She knows a point is a point. Just a placement. There you go. And those are the hardest to get.
And that's maturity on her part. Talking about Ivy Laksina.
You can't help but feel excited for her career. You talked about her, and you said maturity, and she's still so young.
Still young. That's another try. Ceballos was there. Cap goes middle. That is short for Baron. And we are tied at 5-all.
We just got so used to that connection. It's just quite surprising that Kim Fajardo and Majoy Baron did not connect. How many times are we going to say that?
Domingo sends that long. So a couple of service errors now for Akari. And the lead swings back to PLDT.
You can feel the error slowing down the pace of the game.
Cal back sets to Oli. Cap
Oh.
with a dig. Arado will bump it. Ceballos. That's an easy pickup for Sultones. Back to Oli. Oh, Fajardo playing good floor defense. She sets up the play to Ceballos, and Ceballos will reward her efforts.
That is the perfect term. She did reward Kim Fajardo's efforts. What defense? We talked about defense early on. Both teams actually displaying that, but PLDT just gets that point.
What about the composure of Kim Fajardo? Double dig. And
dig.
then the set and the spike coming from Ceballos. Al goes middle this time. Again, Fajardo picks it up. Arado goes back row to Samoilenko. Juanco saves it. Easy over the push. Baron hasn't timed that yet perfectly, but Santos puts it away.
Santos
That
from
is
the
a
right.
perfect set by Kim Fajardo, enabling that.
Technical
And we go to the
timeout.
first technical timeout. PLDT up by 3.
Akari.
Back inside the Mall of Age Arena, Coach Ina Salak in the venue. Back as going to be the head coach once again of the FPU Lady Tamaraos. And we take a look at Faith Nisperos. I'm sure she wants to suit up, but she has done her duty in the national team. We also have Sir Kaloy Loizaga, one of the great Filipino basketball players of the country. Dina Wong also in attendance.
Everyone enjoying. You did say they had to wait a couple of days for today's matches, and they are here.
So we resume action. 3-point lead for the high-speed hitters. Arado will bump it to the other side. Fiola. Ocaro was right there. Cal goes to Laxina. Ivy will score that one. A much-needed point for the Chargers.
Well, that's a good stop for Akari, we have to say, because they don't want PLDT to run away here in the first set, so you got to make those stops. What about Ivy going through the blockers?
They needed that before PLDT could pull away here in set number 1. Oh, good read for Arado. And another service error for Akari, this time coming from Ocaro. That's 3 service errors already.
Well, obviously, nerve setting in for Akari here in the first set. They are actually in unfamiliar territory, we have to say. You know, their best finish since joining the PVL.
Ceballos given another try. Juanco unable to get there on time. And that's a point for PLDT.
Boy, I was looking at Kim Fajardo talking to Fiola Ceballos and, you know, pointing to her temple saying, use your mind, use your wits when you play against Akari.
4-point game. Cal goes back to Laxina. Kept alive. Look at Samoilenko. Checked. Juanco clears it. Back row for Akari. Fajardo looks at her options, goes back to Ceballos.
Good save.
Cal in the 1-2. Reyes finds the spot.
Slides it to the right.
For PLDT, we have to say woke up at the right side of the bed today. Defense obviously working, but look at the ball distribution of Kim Fajardo today.
She has been on point. Already 5 players from the high-speed hitters have scored. Samoilenko,
Laksina off the
he
hand.
liked the effort though from Elena diving for that ball, but Laksina will get that point.
So we've seen that from Samoilenko this conference, the way he said dives, uses her entire length to try to get the ball. Appreciate that effort, especially knowing how tall she is.
Arado was right there. Fajardo back sets to Santos. Reyes with another one.
Good attack.
Boy, Kim Fajardo is milking her middles so far in this match here in the first set. And she's changing things up. Look at the defense of Akari scrambling.
And Mika Reyes leads all PLDT scorers with 3 points.
Oh, wow.
And more importantly, a 5-point lead for the high-speed hitters. Soltones. Fajardo goes back to Ceballos. Off the block.
Ceballos.
And another point as the high-speed hitters are on a roll here in set 1.
Yeah, they're really just playing it smart, we have to say. They're really using their experience so far in the first set.
Santos.
That goes through. And Akari,
In.
believe it or not, that's her first point.
Yeah. Finally. That's her first point. Finally, much needed for Akari. But I feel they want to go more to her now. Get her going, to fire up the entire team. She is the focal point of their offense, we have to say.
I think she's been getting the sets. However, it's not that type that she finds it good to attack.
Yeah.
Medyo malapit sa net eh.
Ceballos off the hand of Cal. 14-8.
Ceballos gets another one for PLDT, lead back up to 6.
Yeah, we must say Fiona Ceballos is probably one of the more underrated players in this league. But yeah, she's starting with PLDT for a reason, because she is a very talented player.
Not the right play there as Fajardo takes advantage.
Attacks and scores.
PLDT, what more can we say? What a first set they're having. Akari, you've got to find or dig deep. For me, dig deep and remember how you got to this point.
Yeah.
No? Undefeated, first quarterfinals, first semis. Got to remember all that.
Again, 9 straight wins for the Chargers heading into this game. Soltones trying to remind her team that they're capable of a comeback. All smiles from her.
You did say that. She is that positive energy always for Akari.
Serving for Akari.
9 serving 15. They go to Reyes. That is just wide.
Ball is out.
Try to consult the bench if
Outside,
they
outside.
should challenge. A lot of eyes on
Correction. Score instead.
coaching staff to check.
Service.
Well, for PLDT, they have the right thing in mind. They've been doing that, distributing the ball well. It's just a miss hit.
Cal gives it back to Soltones, and Getchell will break the block. 5 points now for Soltones.
Boy, this is where you'll see, for me, that's a great set by Cal. Why? Because Soltones is a more experienced. You did mention that earlier, that she had championship experience with Petrogas, right? So, yeah, you got to go to her.
Fajardo goes to Samoilenko. Good cover by Arado. Cal does the same. That is a bit close to the net. But Soltones finds a way to just hit it off the blockers.
I don't know if that reaction was a sigh of relief or she's annoyed.
Right, there's a timeout on the floor. We'll be back after this.
Ganun na nag-fade away na yung approach pa. Kalmahan nyo lang sa timing nyo kasi nauna yung same pa rin.
Back inside the Mall of Asia Arena. A quick breather, especially for the PLDT high-speed hitters, because Akari have scored 4 straight points. A while ago, it was PLDT who did that run after Akari scored the first 2 points of the game. And right now, the Chargers making a mini comeback.
So the timeout, I would assume, really is how to figure out how to stop Soltones because she has been on a rampage. We did say beast mode for Gretchen Soltones. She did, what, 6 points? 6 points to lead all scorers.
Right. Half of Akari's output coming from Soltones.
Yeah.
Ocaro, the drop. Arado reads it. Reyes wants it and gets it.
Reyes. Second
And we go to the second technical timeout. 16-12 in favor of PLDT. Back inside the Mall of Asia Arena from the second technical timeout, Coach Sherwin Meneses, who Smashers watching what could, or who they could possibly face if they end up winning later, but the Signal HG Spikers will be in their way for that second semifinals matchup.
You know, I have a feeling he's not really watching. He looks like he's watching, but his mind is thinking of his game later on.
16-12. Here in set 1, Soltones has been the main gunner for Akari with 6 points. Samoilenko tried to get it off the hands of the blockers of Akari, but to no avail.
Well, she tried to make do with that set. She was surprised actually to get that set. But Akari actually very smart in not touching that ball.
Serving for Akari.
Cardo goes back to Baron.
Good save.
Ravenna saves it. Ocaro attacks. Santos picks it up. Samoilenko had to get that second ball. It's a chance for the white shirts. Ocaro again. Punch it through. And the lead is down to just 2.
Well, you see now the ball distribution of Camille Cal. Soltones at the back. You're going to see more of Ocaro, we did say. And then later, I'm sure she's going to go to Seb Domingo.
You know what she is capable of, scoring Multiple 30-plus points as her output. Samoylenko also can do that. Ravenna bumps it. Oli again.
Yeah, she got fingertips there. She hit it off the blockers, and Akari is just down by 1. You can sense they've settled down.
Yeah.
Akari, they've settled down here in the first set.
You can feel that pressure at the start. I mean, they are protecting as Soltones commits a service error, her second of the match, to end that run. So lucky for PLDT. But I was gonna say, you have a 9-0 record. It's obviously a tough task to protect it and go for 10 straight.
It is, because everyone wants to bring you down, and PLDT has that in mind.
The block, Akari.
Okaro has found her groove here, midway set number 1.
Not so long ago, we just mentioned that was her first kill, and she's making up for that.
4 points all of a sudden for Oli Okaro. Said Domingo. Serving, that's a good one. Back with PLDT, Samoylenko.
Good dig.
Laxina, saved by Ceballos. Santos with the approach, the drop, the dive by Ivy. Oli will jump, and the hammer for Oli Okaro. And we are tied at 17-all.
She is feeling it, and it's so smart of Cal to go to her, because the blockers of PLDT, suddenly, they don't know what to do.
That was a solid attack coming from Oli Okaro.
She's just so quick on the follow-through and the hit.
Another good serve for Domingo. Samoylenko has been limited to a single point. Laxina, beaten, and that's a point. Look at the adjustment, fooling the defense of PLDT.
We did talk about her maturity, and she showed us exactly that.
And it's a 10-2 run for the Akari Chargers. All of a sudden, they're back on top.
Well, you know, one thing Akari has been doing right also, they're making Samoylenko work on defense, right? We've seen that. So if you're PLDT, you gotta help out. You know, you've gotta try to get the ball so that Samoylenko may at least have her rest.
Oh, you're right. She's been diving. We see her extending her arms.
Yeah, more than normal. I mean, we've seen a lot of that, but in this first set, it's like Akari's just doing the right things.
So there was a violation on the part of Akari, so we're at another deadlock, 18-all, but Laxina changes it up right away.
19-18.
Right now, we can say, aside from that net violation, Akari's offense has been on point. The blocking of PLDT is not there.
They are being carried by this triple threat. Okaro, Soltones, and Laxina, all with at least 5 points each.
Yeah.
Michelle Cobb will enter, replacing Cal. Ellie Soyud also.
No, sorry, I was looking at Coach Takas giving instructions to Camille Cal, but she's been doing a great job, as you said.
Cobb, one of the better servers, that allows for that free ball, and Madrigal knows what to do with it.
Yeah, overpass there. Right now, we were praising the defense of PLDT early on. Right now, they're in shambles.
2-point lead for Akari.
Service. Cobb.
And the timeout called with the PLDT high-speed hitters. Will be back with the remainder of set 1 after this. Back inside the Mall of Asia Arena, Aura Riguela also joining the crowd on this Saturday afternoon. Volleyball fans have come out. And why not? This is the second to the last game day of the reinforced conference.
Number 6.
And we did mention throughout the conference the semifinals, quarterfinals, and the finals actually knockout matches. So it's win
21
or go home.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it. That's pretty much it.
Akari with another point. They have established a 3-point advantage late here in set number 1, and Cobb has been doing well on the service line.
Well, she's known for that. That is her strength.
Ravenna. That's close. Saved by Cobb. Laxina. Arado will bump it. Back row for Elena.
Oh,
Nice save from Danny Ravenna.
Oh!
Laxina is rejected. Joy Baron with an emphatic block.
They needed that. They needed that stop. Talking about PLDT.
And a bit of a stare down too.
Joy Baron is actually reminding the fans that, hey, I was once a best middle blocker and an MVP in the UAAP.
Prado on the floor, serving. Soyud, another block for PLDT, this time courtesy. I believe that was Ceballos.
Let's check it out.
And that was actually Mika Reyes.
But what a time for these middle blockers to come to life here towards the end of the first set.
1-point game. Cobb sets up Laxina. Good dig by Prado. Fajardo goes to Elena.
Oh, what a dig.
Juanco sends it back. Samoilenko will set up Santos. Wanted to go for the far corner, but it goes out.
20.
Boy, these errors are going to hurt. Really, these hitting errors, service errors.
Substitution, Akari. 16 out.
Janine Marciano will enter to serve for the Chargers.
We've seen that. We've seen that from Akari, and what she provides is really defense. Her digging is on point.
One of the OG Chargers ever since they began their franchise here in the PVL. Soyud trying to go down the line, but
Ball is out.
it was wide.
And there's a
No
challenge
touch.
on the ball by Akari.
But there will be a
Block
challenge. The first challenge called
touch. Challenge.
for either team here.
Block touch.
You know, it's kind of amusing. Let's say Soyud thought there was a touch. She'll look at the opponent to say, you know, to validate her claim.
Yeah.
But Fiona Savalio said, no, wala.
Oh, this is gonna be a huge point, if ever, whether it stays with PLDT or it is overturned to Akari, which means they will only need 2 points to steal set number 1. And I say steal because it was PLDT ahead most of the time.
I think that's the perfect term, Dip. You kind of sense that PLDT was playing so well here in the first set. None.
Looks clean. There is no block touch, so an unsuccessful challenge for Coach
Challenge is
Taka and the Chargers.
Block touch. Substitution, PLDT. 5 out, 16.
Lead down to 1.
Alcantara in. 9 out,
Rookie
14.
Angge Alcantara makes an appearance along with Isha Bedonia, who has also been a spark plug off the bench.
Yeah, right.
Angelica Alcantara serving for PLDT.
Well, if you're PLDT, you want to score some points with this rotation.
And what a time to enter
And
for
we're tied
the
at
youngster.
22.
Angge Alcantara out of Adamson. New player for the high-speed hitters, playing her first conference, first semifinals, and immediately scores an ace.
How huge. That is huge. Nerves of steel for this youngster.
And to tie the game up at 22 all at that, but Soltones is a veteran.
22.
She gets the lead back for the Akari Chargers, 23-22.
Boy, really, blockers were there. You can see that in that slow-mo, but Soltones just all business, powering it through.
For Akari.
Madrigal with a serve. Alcantara goes to Reyes. Covered, but not enough
Reyes denied by
to bring it up.
Domingo.
Instead, Domingo puts
Akari
Akari
now at
at
set
set
point.
point.
Well, she has been quiet here the first set, but said Domingo, you talked about her having championship experience as well. That was a huge stop.
Her first point coming off that block.
Challenge.
A PLDT, they have no more timeouts. They will call this challenge of net touch. So let's see how this will turn out to be.
Well, it looked clean from our vantage point. You're right, it's probably because they're out of timeouts.
Set one has been so close the entire time, but there was at one point Akari made that huge run.
Yeah, it was pretty far. It was all ball, you can see.
So it's an unsuccessful challenge for Coach Ralph, which means Akari is officially at set point.
And they're doing that with Cal and Okaru at the by the bench.
Alcantara backsets Bedonia. Chance here, Soltones, the dive, and the point for Gretchen Soltones. And Akari takes set number one.
I gotta borrow a term from you. They steal set number one from PLDT.
Look at this play. Domingo was the one who set that up for Soltones. And she scored that final point as they get set number one. We'll be back with a second set after this break. back inside the Mall of Asia Arena for the semifinals of the PVL Reinforced Conference. Our first match underway and set one just finished. The Chargers on that comeback, getting a 25-22 set one win. That 10-2 run allowed them to come back in this game. Let's take a look at the numbers and how they got that.
Well, you can see in terms of attacks, 19-11. It started out pretty much PLDT, but Akari just, I feel what was important. They just remembered, we did ask
We're back
that,
at the second set
ask that of them.
Semifinal match.
How did you make it to this point undefeated, right? They went back to that. Their strengths, they played patient, and for me, their greatest strategy in the first set was attacking Samoilenko in defense. They were making Samoilenko really dive, work for it. And in terms of offense, Samoilenko was pretty much silent in the first set. So for PLDT, you have to correct that. Your defense has to really support Samoilenko.
Right, silent is correct because Samoilenko only scored a single point in set number one. But that error from Okaro gives PLDT the first one here in set two. As we thank you all for joining us here on One Sports, on One Sports Plus, and on Pilipinas Live. Dip Bianco with Noringo calling this match. Jana Ejido is our courtside reporter. Fajardo able to get that. Samoilenko will give up a high free ball.
It's a sky ball.
Could have been out, but Laksina got it. Nonetheless, Okaro
Off the block.
will get that point.
Okaro. 1-0.
You can see why they're reacting that way, because it could have been a free point already.
No, because Laksina pretty much gave an errant pass there, and Cal gave her that.
Serving for Akari.
Fajardo, Samoilenko is blocked.
Good cover.
She goes up once again, changing pace. Laksina wants to set it up. Okaro,
Oh, good dig.
straight to Arado. They go to Baron, Soltones. Again, Arado with a dig, and then Samoilenko finding the opening.
Well, finally, for Samoilenko, that's point number 2. And you did mention, Dip, she had 1 point in the first set, but not without attempts. She had 17 attempts for 6%. But you gotta forget about that and try to work harder here in set number 2.
Only her second point of the match. Kept alive. Arado able to save it, and then the rejection coming from PLDT.
Boy, that was a lucky break for PLDT. A lot of miscues there, a lot of one-handers, but they get the point.
Samoilenko adding to her total. That's gonna be a violation called on Cal. Overreach, as it was already on the other side.
Yeah, you can see the way she actually scooped that ball from the airspace of PLDT.
Service. Fajardo.
4 serving 1. Cal tosses to Laksina. Huanco with the coverage. Nilipat kay Okaro. Fajardo with another save. Samoilenko. That's out. You can see the frustration from Elena Samoilenko.
Yeah, she saw that, that space there, just not enough top spin to get it to the line.
She's been getting the touches, just not getting the points.
But if you keep diving for balls, it will take its toll on you.
Oh, there you go.
Into the block. Samoilenko. 5-2.
Better preparation, better contact with the ball. And you know that Samoilenko's got to have a monster game today. It can't be that 1 point in the first set.
At the best first ball. And Baron able to score that one.
Boy, that rally wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty, but Joy Baron just was aggressive at the net.
Service. Samoilenko.
4-point lead now for the high-speed hitters. That's a good serve from Elena. Chance here for the red shirts. Back set to Santos. The off-speed. Kept alive by Akari.
Save.
Fajardo looks ahead. Combination to Santos. And it works.
Santos off the hand of Madrigal.
And a 5-point lead. As we send this
7-2.
to Jana Hido for this report. Jana?
Dip and Arena at the start of the conference, the high-speed hitters have been busy incorporating a rookie and a reinforcement here in their system. And here in the semifinals, it has been on full display. Moreover, it has been a display of the team culture they want to foster. And within the team, it's been the Kim Angge connection that they are building familiarity with. And according to the coaching staff, this bore fruit all conference long. We'll be back with more of the report after this. Welcome back to the semifinals of the Reinforced Conference here at the Premier Volleyball League. You're still tuning in to the semifinals matchup between the Akari Chargers and the PLDT high-speed hitters, fresh after that first technical timeout here in the second set. Back in my report earlier, I was talking about this mentor-mentee relationship between Kim Fajardo and Angge Alcantara on how they're able to make these quick transitions, even as we saw it in the latter part of the first set. As much as this relationship mentor-mentee is in-game, it's actually more on attitude nga naman daw, and it's all about remaining coachable, and that's kind of a value that they look upon fondly within the team. Now, being a set down, they're going to be needing more of that here in set 2. And on some other news on the Akari side regarding their bench, as you can see, Cam's Victoria is on the bench today. She said she's likely not to play in this match. She has a back spasm that she is nursing at the moment. But again, catch the rest of the action here in set 2 on the Pilipinas Live app. Download and subscribe now for only 149 pesos per month. But back to you, Dipinarin.
Thank you, Jana, for that update. Victoria watching from the bench of the Akari Chargers. But going back to that report on the PLDT side, what a mentor for Angge Alcantara, Kim Fajardo. That's someone that you can learn from. Obviously, she has still a lot of years in her playing career, but they're preparing also for the future, for Alcantara to learn and, of course, be that backup center for the high-speed hitters.
And I like that term, personally, coachable. You know, when a coach says that certain player is coachable, you know that player's going to go far.
6-point lead for PLDT here in set number 2. That trickles. Someone...
There's a net touch.
Oh, there's a net touch, and Mika Reyes admits to it.
Called on Santos.
Still a 5-point lead for the high-speed hitters. Coach Raul Bricafort was the champion coach in the previous reinforced conference when he was still with his former team.
And former
Angels.
player.
Si Soltones, diba? So ngayon magkaharap sila.
A big cross. 4 touches.
Back-to-back points for the Chargers, and We know what they're capable of doing. They showed it in the first set.
Yeah, now the challenge really for the high-speed hitters is sustainability, right? Obviously, we saw it in the first set. They can actually lead by huge number, but how do you sustain that?
Pardo back sets to Santos.
Santos hits the spot.
Splits the D and scores for PLDT.
Well, finally, I think that's her what? Her first, second? Not a lot of points for Erica Santos. Fourth. And they need more of that from Erica Santos.
That one
Ball
doesn't
out,
drop
+1 for
inside, so free point given up to Akari.
Oh, that's 2 errors already in this rally by Akari here, cutting it down to 4.
Is the Madrigal serving for the Chargers.
4-point lead for PLDT. 6 serving 10. That one is short
3 points
for Madrigal.
High-speed hitters.
The service errors haunted him in that first set. They had 4.
For the serve.
But they did just enough actually to negate those service errors.
Yeah.
Talking about Akari.
Cal back sets Okaro. Waits for it. Arado avoided.
Akari.
But
7-11.
that was called out. It was point rather for Akari. This spike of set is brought to you by Dunkin. Pasalubong ng bayan. Yeah, that was right on the line.
Serving for the Chargers.
Well,
Samoilenko set back. Oh, that's legal.
oh,
Good play by Erica Santos. Okaro with a drop. That's going to be a violation
Ball
called
for the
on
Samoilenko.
Samoilenko with a lift.
2-11.
Held on to that ball quite long.
quite long enough. But yeah, good effort on the part of Santos to play football there.
Service.
Let's see.
Cal.
Pardo goes to Santos. That's short.
Tip the tape.
And here come the Chargers. Down by only 2 points.
Boy, that hesitation on that hit by Erica Santos changed the way she swung. You saw that. When you go up for a hit, you cannot hesitate. You have to, be sure of yourself.
Yeah,
You have to believe in
Buo yung
yourself.
loob mo, no,
Yeah.
pag talon mo. Like that one from Samoilenko. Who's been working hard to get her points. Nothing's come easy for her.
Today is a difficult day for Lena Samoilenko, and it's actually very interesting to see how she will rise above.
5 points for her. As well as for Mika Reyes. That's low for Domingo. Chance for PLDT. Baron. Naibalik. Cal will choose Okaro. That clips the antenna.
Ball is out.
She didn't see that, but both Sultanes and San Domingo said that the ball hit the antenna.
Service. Reyes.
Good serve.
Domingo. And Cal will save it. The setup here. Samoilenko. Down it goes.
Corner pocket.
It's back to a
Samoilenko.
5-point lead all of a sudden. 3 straight for the high-speed hitters.
Yeah, just a perfect placement there. Look at that. Going over Okaro. Just enough top spin to get it to zone 1.
Cal sets up Soltones.
On the angle, Sultanes.
And that is her first point
14.
here in set number 2. She had 8 in the first set.
Boy, she has so much confidence. She doesn't care who her blockers are.
Yeah.
She just finds a way to dodge the blockers.
Yeah, and you don't want to wake up the Lady Beast here in set number 2.
I don't think she ever slept.
Laksina. Oh!
Laksina.
Nothing you could do to stop that.
11 to 14.
If you say the snap of that wrist, this is a perfect example. Look at that. That's a perfect example. Snap of the wrist 101.
Three-point game. Samoilenko approaches. Cal picks it up. Ravenna will set up Oli. Okaro. Oh, that cut shot, but it went out.
15 to 11.
You know how talented Oli Okaro is? A lot of the sets are actually pretty far, but you know, she tries to make do with whatever set she gets. But you can see there's a little bit of being over-eager to get that point.
Ayaw niyang sayangin yung mga chances to attack. Speaking of, she goes up for another attempt. This time it drops. And she and Soltones both with 9 points each.
But when you need a point, you go to your reinforcement. And I saw the frustration once again of Lena Samoilenko. She didn't get a hand at that.
12 serving 15, Sed Domingo with a serve. They go to Baron. Two players on the floor for the Chargers. And we go to the second technical timeout. PLDT up by 4. Gilas Pilipinas continues its journey in the second window of the FIBA Asia Cup qualifiers this November. Watch the games live at the Mall of Asia Arena. Get your tickets via smtickets.com. Hashtag Laban Pilipinas. Just saw Kiefer Ravenna with his dad, Bong Ravenna, obviously supporting their own Danny Ravenna, who's the libero of the Akari Chargers.
And Mozi Ravenna is the manager.
Yeah.
And what a job she's done with this organization, this franchise.
Fifi Sharma getting her air right behind there. The bench of the Chargers.
Can you imagine what they're feeling? You know, they're able and wants to play so much at this point, at this stage. But you have to give it to them. You know, it is our responsibility to play for flag and country.
Yeah. And they have made us proud, winning a bronze in the recently concluded Southeast Asian Volleyball League. Meanwhile, Laksina trying to start this run once again. She has 7 points to her name.
Well, you know, Laksina, what you love with, we talked about acquisitions earlier. When they acquired Laksina, she's just fit perfectly with the system of Coach Taka.
Just to point out a while ago, the score also was, when we got to the second technical timeout, it was 16-12.
Deja vu.
Yeah. And Michelle Cobb, when she entered, also made a difference with her service.
Michelle Cobb serving for the Chargers.
So let's see, 13-16 is the score. Fajardo goes to Baron. That is going to be awarded to PLDT.
Balon gets a ball touch off the Chargers.
I think it's more of a net, they
And
call
there's
it
a
net
challenge.
violation on Madrigal, but she is adamant.
So it will be a
For
net
a net
touch
touch.
challenge.
By Akari.
Because it was, I believe, outside. But again, someone touched the net. So let's see here. Akari trying to cut the lead down to 2 points.
Well, you did mention this is what happened in set number 1. So if you're PLDT, you have to be careful. Again, the challenge is sustainability.
There you go. A net touch indeed. Challenge unsuccessful for the Chargers.
Point and serve go to PLDT. Now it's 17 to 13. Challenge is unsuccessful for Akari.
Well, it's a lucky break for PLDT, we have to say, because the Akari Chargers are charging here
Yeah.
once again in the second set.
And it's a chess match with both coaches
Javelin Prado.
making
Serving for
the
the
necessary
high-speed
adjustments.
hitters.
Jovi Prado was also sent in a while ago for serving duties.
And for her fans, they're happy that she's healthy.
Yeah, back in a red jersey for PLDT. Laksina continues to fire away.
You know, they've been very successful with the cut shots in PLDT. You have to adjust your defensive pattern.
Akari, 16 out, 9. Marciano.
Marciano re-enters. Well, Laksina has done well. She's got 8 points.
Marciano serving for Akari.
14 serving 17.
Great serve.
Fajardo sets up Ceballos. That is off the block. And a point for PLDT.
And the Sawyer.
Well,
18.
Ceballos obviously targeting the blockers' hands and using that to her advantage.
Erica Santos.
The hands of Eli Soyuz. Cobb sets up Soltones. Samoilenko able to pop it up. Arado bumps. Ceballos again. This time it's long. No touch.
Ball is out.
PLDT will challenge.
And there's a challenge on the floor by PLDT.
Ceballos looked
for the block
confident.
Touch. Challenge. PLDT block touch.
She is smiling as that challenge was called.
She was so sure, but again, I love the reactions of the opponents. Like, Soyud was saying, promise. I didn't touch it.
Parang alam niya kung sino yung suspect niya. She's not then convincing her teammates that she knows that there was a touch.
You know, if there was a touch, that's going to be a huge point for PLDT.
Well, they had relatively the same amount of lead in set number 1. They actually led by as many as 7.
Okay, so Soyud was honest. She didn't touch it, but it wasn't her. It was Madrigal.
Yeah.
For PLDT.
The one with the black sleeves.
Yes. I looked. I double checked.
Erica Santos serving.
5-point lead for the high-speed hitters. Cobb will send it to Soltones, and down it goes.
Through the block.
10 points now for Soltones.
It's so smart. You see the way Arado did adjust for the cut shots, for the cross-court hits, but Soltones just hits it off the high hands and changes the direction of the ball.
Samoilenko again getting that first ball. Goes for the attack. That swing from Samoilenko. And they are 5 points away from taking set number 2.
That's great great set. We have to say, Fajardo, that's a great set. Samoilenko from the pipe attack.
Cobb chooses Soltones again. Ceballos, the push, and Fajardo
Well played
outsmarts
shot
the
from
defense
Fajardo.
of Akari.
21-15.
Right? What you say? If you're talking about experience, you gotta watch Kim Fajardo every time she's on the floor.
Just twisting her body.
She's got eyes everywhere.
6-point lead. Cobb had to kneel. Soyud straight to Santos. Elena again. Cobb with a touch. Marciano bumps it to Gretchel. That is way out.
Outside shot, Soltones.
There's no touch.
22.
And the high-speed hitters have pulled away here late in the second set.
One thing the high-speed hitters are doing correctly is maintaining that level of energy. You know, it shouldn't dip anywhere during the set, and that's what they're maintaining right now.
Soyud. Look at Fajardo. Trying to do the same on the first ball. Soltones powers it through.
Soltones off the block.
Fajardo apologizing. Sorry, I got carried away there.
Substitution.
Trying to make it too straight for her.
Akari in.
Soltones trying to rally her team. We've seen them come back from that 7-point deficit a while ago.
Camille
And
Cobb.
look at the front row right now of Akari, Okaru, Domingo, and Soltones. Ooh, what a dig.
Oh, Ravena with a nice save. Marciano from the back. Fajardo goes back to Samoilenko. The drop. And the
Drop
point
shot.
for Elena Samoilenko. She has woken up here in set number 2. We mentioned Loreen 1 point a while ago, and now she has 8 already.
And look at this. You know, she has 8, but you did mention that she had to work hard on her points. This is probably one of the easier ones to drop.
Reyes takes a breather. Sheila Kiseo
Sheila Kiseo.
sees action
Serving.
for the first time.
Hitters.
It's a good serve. Okaro had to extend. Elena once more.
Good save.
Cal backsets Oli.
Akari
Punches it through.
on the right.
But they need more of that still.
3.
Again, the quickness of Oli,
Substitution.
we have to say.
I know. 16. Laksina. In.
Just, you know, it's like remote control.
Yeah.
Retro
Laksina back
Soltones.
on the floor for the Chargers.
Serving for the Chargers.
17 serving 23. Good first ball. Fajardo high up to Samoilenko. Shut down.
Malenko, well read.
Domingo and Okaro working together.
What a wall. What a huge stop on the side of Akari. Much needed. Because, again, you don't want to extend this match if you can finish it in straight sets. That's what you want.
Soltones.
Down by 5 points. Samoilenko kept alive. Laksina. Ceballos was there. Here comes Samoilenko again. The extension saved by the Chargers. Third try. And finally,
Baron with the back quick.
PLDT will score courtesy of Majoy Baron, and they are at set point.
I like the way you nonchalantly said third try. But it was helter-skelter volleyball. But yeah, I mean, that's how hard it is to score a point. You need 3 tries.
The high-speed hitters led since the beginning of set number 2. They haven't looked back, and a chance for them to close this one out. And they do so courtesy of Erika Santos.
And the set. PLDT,
And the fans
25.
of PLDT love it.
Well is a virtue. PLDT just not hitting it, not going for strong attacks, just hitting it, tipping it, playing it smart.
Santos with a celebration as PLDT takes set number 2, 25-18, and we are tied at 1 set apiece. Back inside the Mall of Age Arena for the continuation of the semifinals here in the PVL 2024 Reinforced Conference. And this was my question a while ago, Nareen. Sino bang mas gutom dito sa dalawang you see they're fighting hard here in this matchup. Both teams want to get their first PVL finals appearance.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I totally agree. Who is hungry? But, based on the first 2 sets, we can see both teams actually hungry. Both teams having ups and downs. guess, you know, consistency is a question. First set, Akari. Second set, PLDT. But did we expect anything else? I mean, you know, Akari already has their best finish ever. PLDT wants to get past the semi, so a lot at stake. Look at some numbers. PLDT out-attacked Akari, so I guess whoever has more attacks will go on to win the set. Opponent's errors, 8 for Akari and 6 for PLDT. You talked a lot about the Waterloo of Akari, which is service errors.
Yeah.
That's one thing they have to address, one thing they have to check in this match.
So we'll see if they'll be able to adjust that heading to set number 3. And Beanie Mika is in attendance as well here in the Mall of Asia Arena, fresh from Korea, I believe. And you heard the noise of the fans. They know her, they love her.
Boy, she's got a lot of fans, we have to say.
Yung homework ko sa'yo last time, diba, yung songs nila maybe on the way home later you can
I forgot.
stream them.
Okay. Homework.
Oh, homework.
We're back with the third set of our semifinal match between
But our homework
PLDT
right now
and
is to
Akari.
watch
Each
and call
team
this
now
game
has
between
won
PLDT
one
and
set.
Akari. As you said, we expected nothing less than a back and forth action. So we welcome you all to set number 3. Here on One Sports, on One Sports Plus, and on Pilipinas Live. Dip Bianco with Noreen Go. Jana Hido at the sidelines. Continue to bring you the coverage here on Signal TV. Later on, we have Creamline going up against Signal for the other semifinals bout. That's set 3 underway here.
Well, you know, Dip, we have to mention also in set number 2, Samoilenko just exploded. You know,
Quick pick
from
from
1
Reyes.
point in
PLDT
set number
scores
1 to 6 in set number 2. That is a huge leap already for Samoilenko. And Erica Santos had 4 points. So, you know, a lot of contribution from PLDT.
First on the board, but Ceballos will commit a service error.
Ties the set at 1.
So once everywhere on the scoreboard, Marina Tushova of the Capital One Solar Spikers. She had a hell of a conference here in the Reinforced and gained a lot of fans because of how she played all throughout the tournament.
50 points. If somebody can score 50 points in a single game, that person's gonna get a lot of fans.
2-31.
That's an attack error from Santos. Soltones will serve. She and Okaro just exchanging with their points here. Both of them have 11.
Oh, free ball.
Fajardo goes to Samoilenko. Laksina will bump it to Oli. Arado again for the pickup. Calf goes to Mika. Samoilenko with all her height.
Good save, though.
Akari scrambling, doing their best to keep the ball up. And it's still alive. Free ball once again. Fajardo goes to Reyes, and finally it ends with an attack from Mika Reyes.
What's that? Third try for Mika Reyes. But you know, Fajardo's been going to the middles.
Now, speaking of, Reyes already has 7 points. Baron has 5. If you compare that to the middles of Akari, you're right. It's PLDT who have been activating their middle attackers.
Last court shot,
And
Okaro.
we get the support now from Jana Inido. Jana? We'll get that report later on from Jana, but we saw the point from the Chargers as said Domingo serving. She's one of the 2 Akari Chargers who have had PVL finals experience. The other being Gretchen Soltones.
Off-speed shot.
Okado with back-to-back points.
So she's been going for the strong hits. That's why when she goes up, PLDT's gonna expect that. That drop off speed, that's gonna be, you know, she's gonna sell it like hot.
Point lead now for the Chargers.
Domingo.
Good pass.
Pardo goes back to Samoilenko. Soltones picks it up. Laksina on the approach. That clips the net. Almost. They go back to Ivy. And this time it drops.
Laksina.
She went for that strong swing, full swing.
5-2.
Equivalent strong point for Ivy Laksina. But you did mention the championship experience of Soltones and San Domingo. That's very important because for a young team, if you have two players, you know, that can bring that, you know, to share that's going to be huge for Akari.
Kyle able to get there on time. Okado from Madrigal's setup. And that's going to be a point. Three straight for Oli. And timeout called by PLDT. Will take this short break.
Welcome back to the PVL Semifinals of the Reinforced Conference. You're still watching the Akari Chargers up against the PLDT high-speed hitters. And you know what? The setter matchups could also be the name of the game today, because if I shared earlier about the PLDT high-speed hitters setter connection, also the Akari Chargers, I got some valuable insights from the Cobb-Cal partnership that we've been seeing all conference long. And according to both of them, they are very different setters. Kaya naman, they each dictate a different charge of flow. And according to Kamoy, it's been such a smooth transition here in her first conference with the Akari Chargers. After all, the team is simply geared towards creating this deep bench, and their setters just prove to be every bit as crucial, especially in this part of the conference. And of course, in this part of the match as well, which you can catch on the Pilipinas Live app, get the most extensive PVL coverage only in one app for only 149 pesos. Back to you, Dipinarine.
Thank you, Jana, for that report. Samoilenko scoring for PLDT. But again, also the setter duo of the Chargers. Ang gandang tandem din yun eh, no? Cal on the Cobb, pwede ba yun? And she's also learning from Michelle Cobb. We mentioned na ever since Akari entered the PVL, nandiyan na si Michelle Cobb.
Yeah.
And Cal, also a newcomer, is taking notes.
7-3.
I mean, you always love that, you know, the sharing of information, because they have the same goal. You know, they want to win.
Laksina getting that point. She has 10 in total. And a 4-point advantage for the Chargers here at set number 3.
What a start by Akari here.
That is set back. Elena goes up again.
Over
Second try is a point. No, it goes to Akari because there was a net touch.
There's a net touch. Hold on. First technical
Which
timeout.
means we go to our first technical timeout. Akari up by 5. Back inside the Mall of Asia Arena. Kaira Baroga and May Luna also in attendance. Sir Nico Halili, Head of Sports and Content of Signal TV. Right beside him are Coley Boom Gonzalez. Will be on call for later's match between Signal and Creamline.
I wonder what they're discussing intently.
Yeah. And you see Abby Maranyo and Micah Ortiz also watching intently.
Yeah.
And seryosong sila.
Both wishing that they could be the ones playing today.
So it's a 5-point lead for the Chargers here in set number 3. Oli Okaro is waiting patiently for her turn to serve.
Guest player, Oli Akari.
They had to let Oli hear the whistle, so we resume play here. Laksina, that's a bit flat on the attack, so it's out.
Well, they can't afford that. You know, we gotta say, what a start. We kept saying, what a start by Akari after losing set number 2. That's what you want to see. You know, them responding this way.
9 points on 8 attacks and 1 block. Itong si Samoilenko. Okaro, that is sent back. Cal goes back to Oli. Oh, that's a sharper attack going down the line.
9.
It doesn't matter where she is. She can be in the back, she can be in front. It's like the same result. Look how quick that follow through is. And that was against Kat Arado.
Yep.
That's not.
Back to a 5-point lead. That one a point for PLDT.
Well, we did say they can afford, but they have to be careful because PLDT, you can never write them off.
Oh, misreceived. Soltones making Samoilenko work there. Santos, that will be picked up. Cal goes back row to Ivy. That's kept alive by Ceballos. She goes up for the attack. Santos. Cal was there. Madrigal tosses Okaro with the extension. And it drops.
Boy, the percentage of Okaro is off the charts here in set number 3.
And we mentioned a while ago how she doesn't want to waste any sets, right? She's going to make herself adjust and really go after that ball.
She'll always hit it like it's a perfect set.
Pardo back set Santos. So,
Santos.
What a hit.
Well, she has been going to the drops, the tips, and finally she gets a strong swing. Where has that been? We're so used to those strong hits by Erica Santos.
Serving for the high-speed hitters.
6 serving 10. Oh, but that is long.
That goes long. 3 points.
Rushed that a bit.
Plus the energy that, you know, she got, that adrenaline she got from that solid kill.
And we can't blame her because that attack was solid.
Solid.
For Akari.
Ceballos. Oh, that's going to be a point. Laksina unable to control.
7-11.
Point is a point. Just enough top spin by Fiola Ceballos with this.
Not the highest of elevations there, but you're right. Putting enough spin.
Boy, it's a slow crawl here in the 3rd set.
Yeah.
You can feel that.
7-11 is the score. Fiola picks it up. Calf sets up Samoilenko and another point. Back to back for PLDT.
8-11.
Well, here come the high-speed hitters. Remember, in set 1 and 2, they had the lead. Set 1, they lost it. Set 2, they maintained it. Here in set 3, they're the ones chasing.
Timeout here by Akari, so let's listen in.
Check tip, check tip. Layo tayo, okay lang yan eh. Masyado tayo. Sige, go. Sa lamang tara.
A timeout called by the Chargers
For PLDT.
as PLDT slowly
Still serving
creeping in.
Well, much needed timeout. You want to stop the run.
Okaro responds after that huddle.
12-8.
You know, that's a pretty decent block. I mean, blockers. Samoilenko and Mika Reyes, but Akari just finding a way to maneuver to get that point.
Fajardo goes to the middle.
Good save.
Sultanes able to dive. Fajardo chooses Samoilenko. Forces a net touch.
Hold on to Domingo. 9,
Domingo
6.
will be responsible for that one.
You know, the intention was there. It's just they couldn't control the emotions when they got the block.
Ravenna letting it sail out. As it indeed was too strong for Mika Reyes.
Yeah, if you're the one chasing, service errors, no. It's a no-no.
And really, it has been a slow grind
It has.
here in set number 3. Saved by Domingo. Put away by Majoy Baron.
9-13.
With that strong hit by Samoilenko is the one who actually paved the way for this overpass. But good effort though by Set Domingo.
10 serving 13. Cal goes to Laxina. Mishit.
Laxina.
Lead down to just 2 points.
11-13.
Ivy Laxina, you gotta shake it off, you know. Couple of errors here in the third set. You know you're one of the focal points of the offense of Akari, so
Yeah.
you gotta shake it off.
This time swings it to the other side. But a pancake save by Arado on Okaro's attack. Ravenna goes back to Oli. Oh,
Okaro down the
this
line.
time it works for Okaro.
She just makes it look so easy. But the question is, how did she manage to get that point? Just so creative.
She now has 18 points in total, talking about Oli Okaro.
For Akari.
Great serve.
Fajardo chases. Samoilenko goes long, too long. It's back to a 4-point lead. PLDT will challenge for a block touch.
A block touch.
Oh, and Camille Cal is admitting that she
Block
touched the ball.
That is a fair
Green
play
card
moment.
awarded to Camille
And
Cal.
point will be awarded. So Samoilenko will serve.
Elena
They're only
Samoilenko
down by 2 points halfway through
serving for PLDT.
set number 3.
Good pass.
One hand set by Cal. Kept alive, a lot of touches. One hand touches for both teams. Cal, Okaro, another one.
Okaro back row attack.
Boy, she is unstoppable
Serving 12.
here in the third set.
This spike of the set is brought to you by Dunkin', pasalubong ng bayan.
But, you know, you like the way Camille Cal is giving other players touches, but then when they need the point, go back to Akari.
3-point lead for the Chargers. Marciano will enter to serve. Targeting Elena. Santos on the approach.
Santos through the block. 13.
She has emerged to be the second scorer for PLDT in this match.
Well, she took time. You know, it took time for her to warm up, but yeah, she looks like she's ready to go. Oh,
That sails out.
If in set one, it was Akari getting the service errors, it's PLDT now committing these errors as we get to the second technical timeout. Back inside the Mall of Age Arena, Kiana D. And her much-awaited return to the court. I'm sure she is also enjoying on the bench along with Jessie De Leon, Savvy Davison, and Del Palomata, all in support for their quest to get their first PVL Finals appearance.
boy, you know, the fans of PLDT really anxiously awaiting for the return.
Kailan ba?
Kailan ba? Especially KKD,
Yeah.
because we haven't actually seen her play in quite some time.
Palomata, of course, also playing in the national team. Action resumes, 3-point lead, the attack for Cal. Samoylenko will try from the back. Into the stands, the ball goes.
13.
And the lead back down to 2.
Great target there by Lena Samoylenko to go to Madrigal. But for PLDT, you have trimmed the gap to 2 points, but you've never gone over that.
Yeah.
So that's what you want to do now.
There's only been one lead change here in set number 3 and a couple of deadlocks. This could be their chance to go closer. And not the best timing there for Samoylenko. Okaro though, straight to Arado, Calf. Samoylenko dropping that one.
Samoylenko sees
Slowing the
hole.
pace, making sure she will score that point.
And doing to Akari what they've been doing to her, was dropping to her. Now she's dropping to Akari and targeting only Akari.
13 points for Samoylenko. Santos serving 15-16. Cal goes middle to Domingo. Magkakataon for PLDT to tie it up, but not yet. Soltones. Arado was there for the pickup. Elena.
Good dig.
That was Oli for the save. Soltones.
Oh!
Samoylenko with a save.
Good save.
Reyes dives. It's kept alive. Play continues. But Kamuy Cal says enough is enough.
Well, it's the first time we've seen her do that, so it really caught everyone by surprise. But by far, that has been the best rally in this match.
Look at that effort. And then Reyes, at the last second, saved it, but Cal going for that 1-2 and catching the defenders off guard. Immediately, Cobb replaces her to serve. It's a 2-point lead for the Chargers.
So this time, it's just Mitch Cobb.
Yeah. Ceballos. Oh, Okado reading that perfectly. Sending it over. Cobb chooses Domingo at the middle. And why not? For her second point of the match.
Boy, she really also has to be patient. Talking about set Domingo, patient. You just said it is the third set, and that's just her second point, right? I mean, she just has to wait for the sets to come her way.
Yeah, but the timing of her points in set 1, she had that big block.
Yeah.
Samoilenko hammers at the corner.
She added some spice into that, some oomph.
But Akari will challenge that attack, saying there was a foot fault.
Yeah, I think that's a good challenge because it was very close, actually questionable when I was looking at that attack. So, yeah.
Let's see, based on the replay, if that indeed was a foot fault. Ang mahirap din siguro kung ikaw si Elena because you're so tall. Oh, but looks clear that she did not step. I was gonna say, factor ba yun? Kasi matangkad siya. Pagtingin niya sa baba, parang...
Factor ba yung size ng feet?
She made sure to put her foot, or
like angle it.
angle it sideways. And that point is counted for PLDT. Cobb bumps it. Soltones checked. Back with the white shirts. Nilipat kay Okaro. Oli.
Oh, good
Set
cover.
back. Third try. Soltones. Yes!
That is the experience you're talking about, or we were talking about. Soltones, doesn't matter how the rally has been going, once you get the set, she makes do.
9 out. 16.
Coming off that broken play at that.
Yeah. You see the effort being put in by both these teams, right? You know they both want to win.
Fajardo chooses Samoilenko, and nobody there to defend. And I think Domingo fell on that instance. She is a bit slow there, trying to figure out.
She looks fine, no...
Yeah. I think she slipped.
Yeah.
She is okay. She stays on the floor. That's what's important. Jovi Prado back to serve for PLDT, down by 2. Cobb goes to Ivy. Laxina saved by Ceballos. Samoilenko again. Back-to-back points, and the lead is down to 1.
Well, it's the closest. It's not the first time, but it's the closest PLDT has gone with Akari in a long time.
Just going over the blockers, and a timeout called by the Chargers as we listen in.
Okay, go na. Saya.
Go lang ha! Where's the leading? Where's the leading? Kailangan natin labanan. Okay. Yes, wag natin sila hintayin. Rally lang tayo. Bawi ako. Go mga bandit!
Chargers!
Timeout called by the Chargers. Everyone vocal on that huddle.
Well, it's no surprise that PLDT is making its run.
Yeah.
That's why Akari is just trying to cheer themselves up and, trying to stop the run at this point because they have been successful to limit that run to 1 point.
They have a chance to tie this one up. 18-19. Cobb to Okaro. Oli. Prado with a save. Samoylenko for the tie. No.
Yeah, still alive.
Kept up. But that one was wide for Oli Okaro.
The very rare time she commits an error.
And just like that, we are tied at 19 all, but there is a challenge on the floor right here. So a ball in, ball out. And you saw Okaro after that mistake, telling the ladies, it's okay, it's okay.
Well, the worst thing is it's a tied game.
Yeah.
Out.
That was close. Completely out. Only our third deadlock here in set number 3. And there was only one instance at the beginning of the set where PLDT led over Akari. And they have the golden chance to be the ones to steal this set.
Oh.
And they do so with that service ace as they get the lead back.
What a substitution by Coach Ralph, tapping Joby Prado. She has been instrumental, serving tough, serving hard against Akari.
And what a moment that was also for her.
Yeah.
She came back from an injury, recovered. This is her first conference back. Masyadong binate.
I know. The fans are going to say, that's enough, tama na.
May kota yung yung
Praise.
compliments.
When you praise and compliment,
20 all. And it couldn't get any better than this. One set apiece. Tied game here in set 3. Samoylenko. Domingo.
Oh, what a dig!
Able to save it. Laksina waits for the ball. Arado picks it up. Calf goes middle. Okaro. That goes down.
Fajardo had a hand in that. They just could not control it. Great response by Akari, we have to say.
Immediately, after losing the lead, scoring back-to-back points, and they regain advantage, 21-20. Fajardo, Samoylenko, that drops. 21 all.
Oh, you have to say, Sed Domingo has been working hard with those digs and limping a bit.
After that slip a while ago,
Probably.
I saw the fans holding on to their popcorn. That is crucial as you're watching cinema right here.
Oh!
Oh, and Laksina will get that one.
22-21.
Well, I was actually surprised because that was a great dig by Kat Arado, but bit of traffic at the net. Look at this.
Masikip.
Yeah, because it took a while for Baron and Santos to look back to see what's going on. So Fajardo would run into them.
22-21 in favor of Akari. Fajardo. Samoylenko again. Exchanging points. No team letting up.
Boy, Samoylenko is showing us really. She really wants to bring her team to the finals.
Yeah. Ones and twos on the scoreboard. Laksina. Chance here for PLDT. Santos goes up. Ravenna with a save. Ivy again. That's a tough angle. Fajardo chooses Elena. And Samoylenko will score.
I see the set she likes. She likes it low. Just one approach, like one step. Look at that. That was a low back row set, but Samoylenko, come on.
Avoiding the block. and putting PLDT on top.
For the high-speed hitters.
23-22.
Oh!
With a little help from the net.
Are you kidding me?
And listen to this crowd and a happy dance. KKD,
Now it's set.
Jesse De Leon.
So the volleyball gods must be smiling down on Lena Samoilenko.
Set point for PLDT. Laksina. That's out.
PLDT
That's out.
takes
And PLDT steals set number 3.
22.
Boy, you know what, they gave back. That happened to them in the first set. They won the second set, but here in the third set, they had to work for it.
This featured server of the set is brought to you by Sunsilk. Switch to the new Sunsilk Anti-Dandruff Shampoo now. Tanggal dandruff na. Balik healthy, smooth hair pa. And that was a smooth serve for Samoilenko. And more importantly, set 3 goes to the high-speed hitters. We'll be back with a fourth after this one. Back inside the Mall of Asia Arena. And set 3 just finished. It's a semi-final showdown between the PLDT high-speed hitters and the Akari Chargers. What a set 3 in the ring. And a comeback fashion for the high-speed hitters.
It actually happened in the first set, we kept saying, and it happened again in the third set, but the roles were reversed. Let's look at some numbers again. Attacks. Whoever wins that department ends up winning the set, 17-14. No blocks.
Yeah.
No blocks that set. Aces, PLDT. The errors actually, they shifted. They swing. Akari 8 a while ago. Now it's PLDT with 8. But you did mention that what a set, because PLDT just maintained the right composure towards the end. They were the ones chasing the entire set, but then they showed us that they're here to stay.
Right.
That they want to get to the finals.
Right, and we welcome you all to set number 4 here on One Sports, on One Sports Plus, and on Pilipinas Live. Tip Tipiaco with Noreen Go. Jana Hido, our courtside reporter.
From Domingo.
First point for the Chargers. But you mentioned that urgency from PLDT. They stayed composed. Hold on, as there was a net touch challenge supposedly, but I think the first referee will discuss it with Kat Arado.
Well, Coach Rald actually was signaling to challenge, but they didn't allow it. I don't know what the explanation
Challenge
is.
denied. So first point is awarded to Akari. Soltones hits the antenna. And going back to that previous set, you know, the reinforcements just going toe-to-toe with that one. But Samoilenko really was a game changer in that set. She had 8 points after the first 2 sets and then scored 12 in the third one.
And not to mention her defense.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't say that a lot from such a tall player because she looks like she's really putting in the effort.
Back-to-back attack errors for Soltones. She's asking for a block touch. Fajardo was saying there's none.
Safina was saying there's none.
2-1. Oh! Yung pa lang sa release na, alam mo, bitin.
Yeah.
With Mika Reyes serving that short.
What do you expect? It's going to be a slow grind here in the fourth set.
That's what we said at the start of the third set. And then, all of a sudden, action picked up. Calf goes to Samoilenko. Had to watch the ball where it was going to go.
You know, that's how powerful that hit was. Dani Ravenna was in the right place. But she tried to control it too much.
21st point for Samoilenko.
Baron with a
At
kill block.
another point as we send this to Jana Hido for this report.
Hey, Div and Irene, I think I just saw someone, Lena, helping hand to her team back in set number 3. And that was Lena Samoilenko in her explosive performance to take that set. But as we know, Lena is a go-to for the PLDT high-speed hitters. The team actually knows her as their motivator. In the brief time she's been here so far, Lena has adopted leadership traits within the team. And even as she tells me that she loves reaching out and is always one of the first persons to find ways to boost the team's morale. And now they're a set away from a final spot. The team just might need a Lena helping hand here in this set. And you can catch all the action on the Pilipinas Live app. Download, subscribe now for only 149 pesos a month. Back to you, Divinarine.
Diyan na nga ba ang sinasabi ko dyan? That well, Elena indeed helped her team in that set number 3.
On the hit out.
You see the back and forth action here. It was the Chargers getting that point.
But again, the effort, the effort PLDT is putting in terms of defense, trying to keep that ball in play.
Yes.
Yeah, but if you're Akari, again, the goal is to force a 5th set.
Yeah.
So no ifs and buts about it.
Right. You'll do whatever it takes.
You have to win set number 4.
Okaro. Off the block and a point.
On the hit out. 4, serving foul.
She's got 22 to her name.
Yeah, but you see that PLDT's getting a hand at the balls already. In the first 2 sets, it's like Okaru had the entire space in PLDT's defense.
Oh, that's a good serve. And a smash.
Okaro.
For Oli Okaro.
You don't give Oli Okaro that overpass. She's going to punish it.
Back-to-back points for Oli Okaro, and we are tied at 5-all. Fajardo goes back to Elena. Cal for the pickup. Madrigal waves it. Okaro, Arado with a save. Again with a save. Oh, look at Arado diving, keeping it up.
Still alive.
She is working hard. Santos rewards her.
Santos on the hit out.
And look at Arado
6.
She is pumped up.
I mean, I feel every time her body touches the ground, it gives her more power. You know.
Yeah.
What's your superpower when my body hits the ground? I get special
right.
energy. But what about Erica Santos playing it smart? It's tipping it off Ivy Laxina.
6-5. Cal goes to Okaro. That is set back. Laxina just finding the line.
Finds the corner.
And sometimes it's not all about power.
Yeah.
It's about placement.
No, I feel you cannot blame PLDT. They were still marveling at that block against Okaro that they forgot Laxina got the
Yun
set.
nga.
Serving for the Chargers.
Look at the numbers for Oli Okaro. Just another day at the office.
Yeah.
Ay balik pa ron. Sets up Ceballos. The adjustment.
Ceballos with
And it
drop
works.
shot. 7.
The communication is key for Akari. You knew somehow that Ceballos was going to hit that after she was blocked, but there were two people who actually read that. So communication was the issue here. Look at that.
Cal on the 1-2. Fajardo reads that one. Samoylenko from the back. Ravenna was there for the pickup. They go back to Oli.
Oh, what a dig.
Oh, Samoylenko sending it back. Laxina
Off the hand of Baron.
getting that point for Akari.
Once again, look at that snap. Look at that. Targeting Majoy Baron.
I've never seen
7 all and already 5 deadlocks. Good first ball.
Yeah.
Calf goes to Ceballos again for that drop.
Ceballos.
And again,
sees the
it's
hole.
effective. And we go to the first technical timeout.
8,
PLDT up by 1.
7. Akari.
Back here inside the Mall of Asia Arena in Pasay, and we have the crowd already filling up the venue for this semifinal Saturday. Only the first match, and we already have a lot of action happening. Ivy Laxina trying to propel her team to this set 4 win and extend this to a 5th set.
PLDT number 5.
Boy,
Erica
we are
Santos.
actually filled to the brim here
Yep.
in the Mall of Asia Arena.
Rado will send it to the other side. Ceballos will
Ceballos
score.
off the hand of Cal.
The
Serving
contributions of Erica Santos, Yola Ceballos has been so precious for PLDT because it actually takes some pressure off of Lena Samoilenko.
Yeah. Well, she has a good supporting cast. Talking about Samoilenko, we have Santos, Ceballos, even Reyes scoring.
Ball is in.
Oh, that drops on the court of Akari. So PLDT with a 3-point lead.
Well, Samoilenko is taking charge here in set number 4 and asking for the sets from Kim Fajardo.
Okaro able to score that one. 24 points.
8 to 10.
Like you said, another day in the office for Oli Okaro.
2-point lead.
For the Chargers.
Madrigal getting ready to serve. At the best first ball. Easy over. Domingo picks it up. Oh, Okaro and Laxina.
Ceballos.
Both ran after the ball, but no one really committed.
Yeah. And that's what made all the difference, right? Someone's got to commit. This match is all about commitment.
Yeah.
You can't have commitment issues.
It can't be half-hearted. Parang may hugot. Okaro, oh!
Back row attack.
There you go. That is committing to the attack.
That is commitment.
Cal going to Oli.
But then that's a constant. Oli Okaro is a constant of Akari. So what happens when the ball is not in her hands? So that's the huge question for the Chargers.
Reyes on the runner. Cal saving. Laxina from the back. Redo. Fajardo with a 1-2.
1-2 play. Fajardo.
Well,
12,
everybody
39.
knows that's in her arsenal. But she doesn't go a lot to it, especially in this match. In fairness, Cal as well. So that element of surprise is there.
Maintaining this 3-point lead, which is the biggest they've had here in set number 4.
Oh, what a dig.
Samoilenko. Ravenna will bump to Oli. Okaro. And that drops.
Okaro off the hand of Samoilenko. 10, serving 12.
It's just, you forget how tall Samoilenko is. I mean, Majoy Baron is still looking for the ball, not realizing that Lena had
Was able to put it up. We go to Majoy, set back by Laxina. And Sed Domingo gives her the stamp of approval for that block.
She read that. She read that perfectly. Look at that. No way that can go through.
Down to a single point. 11 serving 12. Samoilenko short, and we are tied at 12 all.
Tied at 12.
Well, Akari will take these errors that PLDT will give.
There's a challenge.
There's a challenge called by PLDT for a net touch. They're hoping that someone may have touched it from the Akari side. Oh, let's see. You can see the momentum, just how quickly it could change in this ball game.
You can see the difference really of errors here and there. I mean, that's really gonna hurt the cause.
So we're waiting to see the netball challenge. If someone touched it from the side of the Chargers, let's see. Malayo. How's the ball?
Yeah, all ball.
Responsible for the net moving. Unsuccessful challenge for PLDT. So deadlock at 12 all.
Rachel Soltones.
Soltones back at the service line. Trying to get the lead here. Fajardo goes to Samoilenko. Rachel picks it up. Cal back sets to Okaro. The push. And players of PLDT caught flat-footed.
That was just smart.
12.
You know,
Akari
again, when
up
she
by
goes
1.
up for the swing, I tell you, she's the one who can sell the drops more than anyone.
It was a long drop, a push to the back in the lead for the Chargers. Timeout, PLDT.
Sarap bang bitin? Sarap bitin, okay lang. Kailangan ma-challenge natin. Isa to. Ha? Yung flat lang na i-maintain natin. Ha?
Pag may kasaraan sa natin.
Matyagaan tayo dun ha, sa import ha. Tsagaan ng depensa.
Okay, go! Tama, akala! Eh, palilig! Isang ikot lang, isang ikot lang.
Sa ikot.
Timeout called by the high-speed hitters.
Rachel Soltones. Serving for Akari.
They're down by a point. Soltones has been serving for a while now.
She has been.
That's a good one. Fajardo goes to Samoilenko. Okaro reads that one, sending it back.
Malenko
And a
denied.
2-point lead for the Akari Chargers.
14 to 12.
No, you can sense a bit of hesitation on the side of Samoilenko. Maybe fatigue setting in. But they have to regroup. Talking about PLDT because the Akari Chargers are charging well
Yeah.
and good
Yep.
here in the fourth set.
14 to 12. Oh, short on that serve was Soltones that allows PLDT to get a free point.
It's gonna hurt, you know. You did say there they made a run, but then the service error.
Cal back sets. Ceballos was there, did not have to move. Santos on the off speed. Laxina checked. Ravenna will bump it back to her. Ivy. Chance here for PLDT. Samoilenko. Oh! Another rejection for Oli Okaro.
I mean, that's huge. I mean, what a way to come back after that service error. You get a stuff block at the net. Outstretched arms of Oli Okaro.
Meet me at the net, says Oli Okaro. That's 3 kill blocks now for her in the game.
Boy, but none bigger than that, I would presume.
Fajardo back sets. Okaro, that's tight for Laxina using her offhand. But it was actually PLDT who touched the net.
Yeah, it was a fault on Erica Santos.
And we go to the second technical timeout. The Chargers up by 3. Back inside the Mall of Asia Arena here in Pasay, attorney Romulo Macalintal, also part of our Saturday crowd. We're coming off the second technical timeout. You have to remind our viewers what's at stake here, and the winner, as in the quarterfinals, Toreen, this is a knockout setup. Winner of this one will go to the finals.
Against the winner of game number 2, which is Creamline versus Signal.
Which is why Bini, Mika, and Aura have been enjoying this action. Both teams have not gone to the finals. Akari, this is their first semi-final stint in their young franchise, PLDT. They've had heartbreaks in the semis. Right now, it's the Chargers still up by 3. Laksina sent back.
Cover, yeah.
So Tones will bump it. Baron, high up, Santos. Oh, changing it up.
Santos with an off-speed shot. 14-16.
A lot of taunting at the net, more on looks. And Kim Fajardo just brushes it off. I mean, telling Ivy Laksina, let it go, let it go.
2-point game. Cal back sets. Okaro punches it through.
Okaro off the hand of Arado.
Well, for Akari, if you have Okaru, killing the ball like that, you're in a good place. You can actually play side-out volleyball from here to 25.
Guess what? Oli Okaro just dropped her 30th bomb of the day. 30 big points. Amoylenka wanted it. The tip. Fajardo. Back to Santos. This time, Laksina read it. Still with PLDT. Santos. Cal picks it up. Pravena bumps it to the other side. To Okaro. It was out.
Yeah, it was out. But I'm actually looking at Samoylenko trying to tell Erica Santos something. More of, I guess it's more of stop dropping,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Come
She
on,
wants her to
hit
power
it. Yeah.
that hit. And Santos was walking away, smiling, saying, I got you. Prado had that ace earlier in the previous set.
Another good serve. Oh, what a dig.
Oh, Santos wasn't able to get a good attack on that one. Madrigal. Play continues. Scrambling. Helter Skelter. Laksina. Oh!
Boy, they have the answers. We have to say here in the 4th set, Akari has the answers to this PLDT charge.
Janine Marciano replaces Ivy Laksina.
That's a good rest for her, actually.
Still a 3-point lead for the Chargers. We're hoping to send this to a 5th set. Calf back sets Santos.
Santos breaks the
Responds to what Elena was asking her to do.
You know, and she said something, for me, that's the way probably Lena Samoylenko saying, you can kill it that way.
Stronger attack there for Erica Santos, who now has 11 points. 16-18.
Oh, what a serve.
Okaro. Chance here for PLDT. Ceballos.
Oh!
That's flat underneath the ball, and it's outside.
Boy, they don't need that. Obviously, they're chasing. Talking about the high-speed hitters.
3-point game. Fajardo. Ceballos given another try.
block. Ceballos.
And she makes good use of it.
19.
That's the trust and confidence Fajardo has with Fiola Ceballos, right? I mean, we need you, we'll need you, especially if we go to a fifth set. We need you to get your confidence back.
She is the second leading scorer for PLDT with 12. Cal goes to the pipe of Fajardo, but what a dig for Kat Arado. Easy over. Camille Cal chooses Soltones this time, and she delivers.
The hand of Reyes.
The total team effort for Akari here in set number 4. But what a dig by Kat Arado and Oli Akari. You appreciate these efforts.
They're holding on to this 3-point lead, which is just enough breather.
So far.
Cobb back on the floor as she serves. Fajardo goes to Samoilenko, targeting the corner. It's out. The challenge will be called
And there's a challenge on the floor by PLDT.
by the high-speed hitters asking for a block touch.
Okay, so Akaru admits, but Samoilenko's like, you didn't see it.
Substitution. PLDT.
She's still talking to the second referee.
It's a fair play moment.
3 out. 2.
Admitting to it, Sheila Quiseo will be the one to serve. They're only down by 2 points.
Well, they haven't reached that 2-point advantage.
Delivered perfectly by Marciano to Cobb. Soltones, though, unable to connect. And the lead is down to a single point.
Yeah, that was a flat hit. You can see all arms, no follow through. That made all the difference.
Service.
1 point, 1 point game.
Putting the pressure on the Chargers. Okaro, chance here for PLDT. Samoilenko drops it and scores and ties it at 20 all.
Akari caught flat-footed in that tip by Lena Samoilenko. But great defense, right? You have to give it great defense.
Timeout called by Akari.
Walang titigil! Pag nakita niyo yung bola, sumunod.
Timeout called by the Chargers. Camille Victoria just wishing she could also help out her team. This is a virtual race to 5.
Better pass. Actually, overpass.
No one was there.
Overset.
And PLDT takes the lead.
Now on top by 1.
It looked like a better pass, but as it went towards the net, you can see Cal
And
struggled.
just how unfortunate that that was the play after a timeout.
Right, exactly. But then you give credit to the serve of Quiseo.
21-20. Cal this time goes to Okaro. Makes sure of it.
Finds the
Deadlock
spot.
at 21 all.
21 all.
Boy, that hit. She went over the blockers. Look at this. Look at that reach, just guiding it to the end zones.
8 deadlocks, the most we've had in all sets. Fajardo goes back to Samoilenko. Ravena got a touch.
Oh.
It's kept alive by the Chargers. Back to Elena. And it drops.
Off the hand.
Yeah, she was asking for it. You can see clearly.
22,
She would look at Kim Fajardo and say, send it to me. It's winning time.
She wanted that point. And PLDT are 3 points away from winning this match.
Hold on to your seats,
Yeah.
folks.
Back set to Oli. She scores another one. Back and forth we go. 32 points for Oli Okaro.
Well, she has been the workhorse for the Chargers here. And look at how tall Samoilenko is at the net. Still, she gets that through.
Domingo with an all-important serve. Ceballos will be the one to set it up. Domingo with a save. Soltones chases. Cal will give up a free ball. Let's see what they will do. Calf back sets. Santos. Down it goes.
She has been such a consistent second option for Kim Fajardo. Look at that.
Erica Santos, this is her moment.
It is. And remember, taking from that encouragement from Samoilenko, right?
Rachel Ostero, the lone player to have a championship experience in the PVL back when she was with Cherry Tigo in the Ilocos bubble, hoping to get another stint. But Oli Okaro
Gets a ball touch.
says not so fast.
I ain't done yet. Boy, how apt. Look at this. The score is 23 all. Both the reinforcements are at the back row.
Couldn't get any better than
I
this.
know.
23 all. They know what's at stake. Fighting hard. Cal sets up Laxina with all her might, finding the spot and puts Akari at set
Akari
point.
looking to extend the match.
Boy, you talked about her. You talked about her maturity, Ivy Laxina, and she is showing us here in the fourth set. All important kill.
Oli Okaro serving for the set. 24-23. That's a good one. Fajardo had to chase. Ceballos powering it through.
Says, hold on.
Wow.
Come on! Just when Akari was thinking you'd go to Samoilenko, Kim Fajardo changes things up.
Yeah.
Right? Mastery.
And Ceballos was ready to attack.
Yeah.
24 all, another deadlock. Cal tosses Laxina again. Naibalik. Cal pumps it. Okaro attacks and scores.
Right on the
Boy,
line.
you know, Okaro's ability to turn a broken play into a golden play is uncanny.
And how clutch could she be? Look at this. This was a tough set for Cal. They're back against the net. Bumping it to Okaro and Oli saying it's okay.
It's okay, I got you.
Another set point.
Oh!
We have a fifth set.
And a service ace delivered. Poison Ivy has cast her spell and sends this to a fifth and final set.
Boy, we have one more set of great volleyball. How lucky can we get?
Look at the joy, the celebration. This is not yet done. We have one more set to determine who will enter the finals here in the Reinforced Conference. back inside the Mall of Age Arena. A quick breather. Oh, you probably need more after that exhilarating set number 4. The Akari Chargers, all of a sudden, they came back.
Yeah.
And Ivy Laksina, what a time for that service ace. And we are all set for the set 5, but let's take a look at the numbers of what happened there, Noreen, in set 4.
Well, obviously, defense propelled Akari to push PLDT to a 5-setter. Look at that. Attacks, blocking, 3 blocks, aces by 1. But seriously, what you appreciate in set number 4 is Akari's maturity. You know, we've seen them struggle throughout the past conferences, but this conference, that 4th set summed up pretty much the magical run of Akari Chargers here in this conference. They came back and we have more volleyball action.
Right. And magical run is not yet done.
Not
it
yet
continues. The road to the finals is still open for the Chargers, who have, as we mentioned, made history, ending the eliminations undefeated. As we welcome you all to the 5th and final set here on One Sports, on One Sports Plus, and on Pilipinas Live. Dip Dipianco with Noreen Go, Jana Ejido bringing the match. Cal goes to Okaro for the first one, but it's out. And PLDT draw first blood here in set 5.
You know, if you're PLDT, you're probably asking, where was that in set 4 when we needed those errors? But Akari just played a really great 4th set. Good pass.
Cal sets up Soltones. That drops.
Ties the set. 1-all.
Yeah, what a time for Soltones to come back to life. Struggled a bit in set number 4. A much needed point.
Soltones, her highest contributions came from set 1, where she had 8 points, and it was a bit silent in the next sets. But you throw away all the numbers here in set 5.
You forget about everything. You just want to focus on winning and the finals.
Yeah. Race to 15. Joy Baron. All focus here in set 5. Cal sets up Okaro. Ceballos for the pickup. Calf goes to Samoylenko. Ravenna extends and saves. So does Elena. She waits for the ball. And that ball is into the stands.
1.
Boy, again, you appreciate from defense and that transition to offense. Look at that. She was on who bent down to get that, and then she gets the set.
Service. Reyes.
Nika Reyes serving for PLDT. She's got 7 points. Cal goes middle to Domingo.
Domingo punches it
And
over.
again, the timing of her points.
Not a lot, right? She doesn't get a lot of touches, but you're right. But what a save and set by Cal.
1 point each set for said Domingo. Samoylenko again scores for PLDT. She has 27 in total.
And remember, let us reiterate, in set 1, she had 1 solitary point.
Yeah.
And then exploded in the next 3.
2-point game. Okaro. Sent back. Cal goes back. Oh, not the best set. But PLDT struggling. And a chance once again for the Chargers. Laksina attacks.
Good dig.
Better first ball. Calf tosses. Samoylenko is
Samoylenko
rejected.
Look at that reaction.
As she acknowledges that mistake. Coach Gerald Ricafort wants to go back to the reinforced conference finals.
Yeah. Wherein he was actually successful in coaching.
Back in 2022.
It's been a while.
Where the Chargers actually made their debut in the PVL. That was their first conference. Oh, and Erica Santos off the block will score.
Santos on the hit out.
But you know, I'm noticing more of Erica Santos's reaction after the kills.
She is having fun.
She is.
Whether you like it or not, she is enjoying herself out there. And why not? Because they're up by 2 points. Cal back sets to Oli, and it
Off
drops.
the block. Akaro.
Back and forth we go.
Serving 5.
Well, Oli Okaru, for me, does not get tired. She doesn't show any signs of fatigue whatsoever, which is a good sign for Akari.
4-5. Fajardo goes to Samoilenko. Ravenna able to keep it up.
Good save. Oh,
And looks like Coach Taka will call for a foot fault challenge, which will be a good case, actually. A while ago, they failed on that challenge, but this could be a lot closer.
you failed on the challenge, so you try again.
And because of the tension here in set 5, baka mas lalong lumapit pa yung paa. This is si Elena Samoilenko. So they're hoping that she stepped on the line. And if they get this correctly, it is going to be a tied ball game.
No, the thing is, for me, the ball was still playable. It was still in play. So if they don't get a successful challenge, that's gotta hurt.
Yeah.
But they probably saw something.
Well, you take risks. The higher your risk, the higher the reward. Oh, but again, there was no foot fault.
But if you don't get the reward, the higher the pain.
Right.
The higher the pain.
And Elena was showing what she does at the last second to avoid that foot fault.
I think she's mastered that already, right?
Bigla niyang pinipihit at the last second.
Yeah. Like sideways
Yeah.
to stop.
Sheila Quiseo back at the service line. 6 serving 4. Okaro saved by Quiseo. What a time for her.
Still playable.
Chance here for the Chargers. Laxina!
Oh!
Down the line.
Emphatic
Laxina.
kill.
Boy, I mean, it's just such a joy to watch this match. You said back and forth we go, but what a kill by Ivy Laxina.
Ivy Laxina has 17 points in total.
And to think, Okaro has...
Okaro has 36 and counting.
How can somebody score? If somebody's scoring 30, but how can somebody else score that much? No, that's how good they are. Oh, 1 point game.
You have to remember, PLDT is also coming off a 5-setter in the quarterfinals.
Also, yeah.
Which happened just last Tuesday. This is another 5 sets for them. Erica Santos continues to score.
Boy, she's just playing it smart, right? If she sees blockers, she checks it out. Checks it off the blockers' hand.
Cal with a 1-2.
Unexpected.
And look at that reaction. Bit of sass from Kamui Cal.
And all that jazz. And she deserves it. I mean, that was just so smart.
And the smile to cap it off in the end. 1 point game. 6-7 is the score. Fajardo goes back row.
Samoilenko.
And again, Samoilenko scores.
PLDT leads at 8.
As we get this report from Jana Ejido. Jana?
Tense is all I could describe the team's atmospheres right before the set began. Dip and Noreen, let's start with the Akari Chargers. They were absolutely elated after that set number 4 win. But afterwards, Coach Taka then proceeded to give his reminders, telling them to calm down and focus, whereas PLDT is in pure dismay, but looking laser focused afterwards. Coach Ral immediately spoke with Kaf Fajardo, and the huddle was commended with a prayer and lots of words of encouragement. The race to 15 continues over on the Pilipinas Live app. Download and subscribe now for only 149 pesos a month. Back to you, Dip and Noreen.
Thank you, Jana, and described it perfectly. This is high stakes, high pressure for both teams. The winning streak of Akari also on the line. Their finals hopes on the line. They've won 9 straight heading into this matchup. PLDT wants nothing more but to break away from the semifinals.
Oh,
That's kept alive. Samoylenko. Down it goes for Elena Samoylenko in a 3-point lead for PLDT.
it wasn't the best of sets, but Samoylenko just contoured a bit of her body to get that through.
Timeout called by the Chargers.
Okay, so the next rotation, we're going to have a 3 hitters. Have a patient this rotation, and we have a chance. Okay na tayo? Tara, tara, tara. Hola, Maita, dapat tayo.
Let's go! We're here! We're here! Let's go! Hey, Akari! Charger! Hey, laban na! Let's go! Tara, dapat tayo!
Oh, you heard the huddle. They know what's on the line.
Yeah, one last push for Akari Chargers here. You know, they've been living the dream.
Yeah.
They want to keep living the dream, so they need to chase right now.
As you mentioned, their best finish was 7th place.
7th place.
They are part of the top 4. We want to better that one. As Samoylenko is in the way.
Scores again.
A huge roadblock.
Boy, you know, the moment I remember in set number 2 or 3, I think 3, when she started asking for the ball, even though she looks a bit tired, you know that she was game face on.
10 serving 6. Cal back sets Oli. Slowed down. Samoylenko again. Marciano is there for the pickup. Cal goes back to Okaro. Ceballos playing good defense at the back. Elena. That's wide.
Goes wide. 7 to 10.
Well, you have to laud the effort, though. But I thought she was actually going to drop the ball. But nerves setting in also for this reinforcement.
Ivy Laxina hoping and praying that her team gets the job done. They're still down by 3 points. Michelle Cobb, the captain, is inserted to serve for the Chargers.
That's a good serve.
Fajardo tosses. Samoylenko.
Oh, what a dig.
Dug up by Ravenna. Soltones picked up by Arado. Samoylenko. This is going to be a free ball. Cobb goes middle. That's a bit low. Battle at the net. It's still up. It's still alive. Soltones.
Oh,
No.
what a dig.
Here comes Elena. Out.
Ball is out.
Oh, Seth Domingo has been hobbling since, I think, 3rd set or 4th set we saw.
Yeah. And I think that was the previous set where she slipped. Not a good sight to see. You don't want this to happen to any player.
I think she felt it already earlier, but she, because of what's at stake, she continued to play. But I mean, you reach a limit.
And we see the entry of Bakabak, I believe, to replace Seth Domingo. at a crucial part of this match.
Yeah.
And then you can see Sed Domingo is actually in tears. You know, she feels the pain.
No, aside from the pain, it's also you want to play, right?
Yeah.
We know, you said it. 2 players with championship experience, Soltones and Domingo,
Yes.
they want to play.
So this challenge of a net touch on that landing also you can see at the same time Sed Domingo.
Yeah.
There's no net touch.
And you feel for her. We are hoping that she will be okay.
Serves and gets a point.
Well, play resumes. It's a 2-point game.
It's up to the rest of the Chargers to take care of it. Down by 2. Good serve by Cobb. Ceballos, free ball. Chance for Akari. Okaro. Fajardo tosses. Elena.
Oh!
Igigil.
Yeah. That was clear. Okaro admits she went into the net.
Yeah. Because it was especially Samoilenko who was about to approach.
And we know that she has a couple of stock blocks
Yeah.
against Samoilenko, but what about the defense of Fiola Ceballos? The digs against Akari.
Back to a 3-point lead, Jovi Prado. I think they have to make that substitution clear.
Isa-isa lang daw. Dahan-dahan. Substitution, PLDT.
Prado saying, stay focused. Everyone has to stay focused. Despite this one, Prado, all business. She knows that they have to remember their mission. Mika Reyes also on the bench, replaced by Baron.
I was looking at the changes. It's really confusing if you don't know what's going on.
Isa importante, nakapasok na sila. 11 serving 8. Prado, a while ago, had an ace. Cal sets up Okaro. Oh! Nobody home.
Making up for that net infraction earlier.
37 points for Oli Okaro.
You just know it's going to be an Okaro Samoilenko showdown to the end.
She is 1 point away from her career high here in the PVL.
Oh,
That is a violation. Ivy says no. It was awarded to PLDT.
but they're not going to challenge it.
Yeah.
I think the coaching staff saw that violation.
3-point lead for PLDT, and they're 3 points away from winning this match. Okaro with a drop,
Akaro with a gentle
keeping
tip.
her team alive.
10 to 12.
But for Akari, we've said this since set number, I think, 2. The 2-point barrier is what Akari wants to overcome.
And she ties her PVL best at 38 points. 10 serving 12. Fajardo looks at the options, goes to Santos. Kept up.
Still in play.
Free ball. Another chance. Fajardo goes back to Santos. Soltones gets a touch. Ivy waiting for it. Down it goes for Ivy Laxina. And the lead is down to 1.
This is the breakthrough Akari has been waiting for. But we have to say, you know, they worked so hard for it. Great defense on their part.
Michelle Cobb raising her hands. They're giving it all right now in a timeout first by PLDT. Timeout called by the high-speed hitters. Both teams fighting tooth and nail for the right to enter the PVL finals for the very first time.
It's like there's a door and you see both hands are by the doorknob.
Yeah, no one wants to let go.
Yeah. Oh!
And that's a
That goes
service
long.
error by Bakaba
+1.
for the young player, and it's tough because she came in late in this game.
You don't envy her position. You know, there's
Yeah.
a lot of people will talk about that error, but you don't envy her.
Yeah.
It is on the grand stage,
Right.
in the grand scheme of things, the winner goes to the finals.
Right. She is a youngster replacing
14. Bedon.
the injured veteran in set 5.
Yeah.
3 points away from entering the finals, and that was a tough task for her, but a 2-point lead nonetheless for PLDT. Action resumes. Oli Okaro is not yet done.
That is actually expected already once you go to Audio Karu.
PLDT 14 now.
39 points.
Sabalos.
Her highest output in the PVL, but she wants nothing more
Yeah.
than a win for her team.
Forget the numbers, you just want the W.
It's 12 serving 13. 1-point game. Fajardo sets up the play. Santos puts it away. And PLDT is at match point.
Now, does that hit erase the questions in your mind why Kim Fajardo has been going to Erica Santos? That should erase the numerous doubts and questions.
This is their third semifinals appearance, and they want to advance.
Oh!
Laxina, that's inside.
Laxina,
That's
corner
inside.
pocket.
And she cuts the lead down to a single point.
You saw the fire in her eyes, Laxina. Since she was in the bench, she's waiting for this time, and she gets the kill. Come on. Oh, the important serve.
And a timeout called on the floor.
Yan. Laban na. Sabisin mo na. Talagyan mo lang. Go, let's go.
Let's go! PLDT, go!
Timeout called by the high-speed hitters. They only need 1 point to win this one and advance to the finals. But Akari only needs 1 point as well to tie this game up. And an
Remember, Laxina had an ace in set number 4.
all-important serve coming up.
Oh!
Can this be it? Ceballos. Not yet. Fardo with a redo. Santos.
Oh, still alive!
Cal chases. Soltones. Picked up by Samoilenko. They go to Reyes. Cal. Upset. It's back. It's up and alive. But there is a challenge called. What could be an anticlimactic
What's the
finish
challenge? What's the challenge?
is PLDT
Challenge. PLDT.
during the rally asked for a challenge and held up the net touch
Oh!
sign, and they could be sure of it. And based on the body language, the reaction of Akari, they probably think that one might have touched it.
I know. Well, we will see. But what you don't, but with what's at stake, 14-13, you don't want to stop a rally.
Yeah,
Unless
yeah.
it's so evident.
Yeah. So again, we saw it, the high risk a while ago, played by Akari. They did not get the reward.
Yeah.
This time, PLDT for the ultimate point. For the last one.
For the anticlimactic point. If they actually win the challenge.
But they don't care. They just want
Yeah, true.
to enter the finals in whatever way they could.
We'll get it to the back door.
So if
Back
Meron-
door with the challenge.
right. So hold on to your seats, folks. Mall of Asia Arena. It's almost as if no one is breathing. chance of PLDT. 1 point is all they need. The Chargers are hoping that luck is on their side. Their undefeated record on the line. A chance to enter the finals on the line for this young franchise.
Ooh, the first referee is calling the captain of PLDT.
And this is only the 6th conference of the Chargers, but let's listen in.
Wait lang! Sir, bakit kami nagsasuffer sa mga ganon? Laging kami yung ginaganon nyo eh.
Second motion, nasa rule yun.
Grabe! Bakit ganon? Crucial oh! Ba't naman po ganon? Kami nagsasuffer lagi!
Go, go, go.
All right, so we're still waiting for the official call, but based on what we heard, the challenge will be denied by our first referee.
Because the player had landed for some reason, but we shall see. We shall see. Let's wait for the official statement.
Yeah, Commissioner Sherwin Alonzo in talks with the officials, and this is the final point that PLDT wanted to get. Kat Arado was very adamant. She was talking to the official.
For me, the question is, if you go on to deny it, are you going to award a point? Because you will, because the rally was stopped, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
What could this do as well for both teams? Because this is probably the longest lull we've had this entire match.
The sad thing is it kind of makes it anticlimactic.
Yeah.
We always say.
Yeah. So it looks like we are gonna resume the PLDT. They're bringing out their phone. Ajay Baron.
Objection. Here's Exhibit A.
Samoilenko also joining in the conversation.
May authorization kayo? May authority kayo kasi first referee.
Arado still in talks. They want clarity. They want to understand what the call was and why it was made. You just know that both teams want this.
Yeah. I mean, let's go back to that. What is at stake? First finals appearance of both these teams.
Yeah. When you're this close, you're gonna do whatever it takes.
Okay, so what we can gather is PLDT is watching a video of actually what happened, and they're saying there was a net violation. But we have to respect and just wait for the explanation of the official.
This is obviously a pressure-packed situation for the teams, for the players, but also the officials who are trying to make the decision. It's not an easy job.
It isn't.
Because one will suffer, one will reap the benefits out of it. So, the entire coaching staff of PLDT still up on their feet. The score right now is 14-13 in favor of PLDT in set 5.
But someone's got to make a decision, you know. I mean, you cannot make a decision.
And their players just doing their best to stay warm here. Still, the discussion continues. Akari hoping that this is not yet the final point.
I just want to make sure if its ball is already out and then after landing, is that blocked, right?
Yeah.
Is that going to touch net? Oh. I think that's all about to do.
Second motion. Okay.
But the rally was ongoing, as we mentioned. And then PLDT wanted to stop it. They were so sure of it.
Okay, explanations here and there.
Our first referee looking back. Again, calling the captain. Kat Arado will approach. We've seen long discussions and challenges, but for this actual point, for the right to enter the finals, I don't think I've seen. Oh, you heard it. The call is the second motion.
Ball away from, something away from play. Well, anyway, the call stands. They will deny. Yeah, it is a tie game. After all of that.
Oh, we move on, we move forward.
Right.
The play will resume. It is a tied ball game at 14-all, an extension of set number 5. Let's see how this goes. Santos, Cal, back sets, Okaro. Picked up by Samoylenko. Fajardo sets up the play, Ceballos. And that is a point for PLDT. Ceballos.
Yeah, they call it for PLDT.
And PLDT is back at match point.
Well, we urge the crowd to just forget about what happened, right? I mean, let's just enjoy this game.
Right.
Well, whatever's left of it.
Santos with an all-important serve.
Oh, with a serve.
Cal sets it up. Soltones attacks. Arado saves. Chance here, but they will give up a free ball. Okado for the first one. Cal sets up Gretschel. And she scores that point for another deadlock at 15-all.
Boy, it's really the drive right now that's pulling these players to perform the way they are. It's really the passion to win.
Yeah. I don't think anyone went cold after that break.
We did.
It is tense. 15 all. The serve here. Fajardo sets up Ceballos again.
Chance for Akari.
Kept alive here. Cal goes to Soltones. Samoylenko, Arado chasing with all her chance there, but Fajardo unable to send it over. And it's the Akari Chargers now at match point.
Samoylenko had a few words to say to Erica Santos. Look at this. Good effort on
Yeah.
the side of Arado.
So she did her best talking about Arado. But here it goes. Match point. Akari to serve. Madrigal. Fajardo goes back row to Sumaylenko. It's short. And the Akari Chargers advance to the PVL Reinforced Conference Finals in dramatic fashion.
Well, we have to give it to Akari. It wasn't an easy feat. Yes, this game could have gone either way, but Akari, we should appreciate their effort. They worked hard for this victory.
Coach Taka Minoa on his first stint as the head coach for Akari. He brings this squad to the finals. This panalo play of the game is brought to you by Yakult. Yakult every day, okay. Okay, says Oli Okaro. The streak continues, 10 straight wins. But most of all, they are through to the PVL Reinforced Conference Finals.
Yeah, I mean, hats off to the efforts of PLDT, Elena Samoilenko, Kim Fajardo, and the rest. I mean, it was a great game. Breaks of the game. But we just have to give it to Akari. It is their date with destiny.
Our final scores on your screens. What a match.
What a match.
And the Chargers charge their way through. The magical run continues. And the celebration here as they thank their fans. Seth Domingo, very emotional still. Hobbling. But the rest of the team ecstatic with this victory. For the other side, heartbreak for PLDT. It was their third semifinals appearance, but still they couldn't get through.
Yeah, they fell short. But again, you know, in a match like this, could have gone either way. But again, as fans ourselves, we appreciate all the effort both teams put into the match. We've learned a lot, you know, a lot of lessons learned for this game. And Akari is the ladies in waiting for the finals.
And our very own Jana Ejido is with our top performers of the game for Akari. Go ahead, Jana.
That's right, Dip and Noreen. Because for the first time in franchise history, welcome to the PVL Finals, Akari Chargers! Congratulations to our best players of the game, Oli Okaro and Ivy Laxina. Oli, I'll start with you. I could feel the emotions right now. Just tell me, what was this game like and what are the thoughts going through your head?
So much emotions right now. I'm trying to gather my thoughts. This game meant so much to us because we've been preparing so much for a game like this. We've been here before, but we went to the fifth set. We knew that we can do it. It started to get a little bit tough, but we stayed together as a team. So just knowing that all of our hard work has been paying off, and now it shows in this game today. It's unreal. So many feelings right now, so many.
And Ivy, ikaw naman, you're emotional also. Tell me what was going through your mind in those last points na napaka-tense.
Siguro po kasi do or die na po tayo. And ang dami na po nangyari sa mga sets. So parang sabi po talaga namin is kailangan po talaga namin ibigay yung best namin.
And back to you, Oli. You always told me that you try to set the bar higher for yourself, and today that was to the maximum limit. Finals up next. What's the game plan for you?
After today's game, I mean, we'll definitely need a moment to cool off from this one, but it just gives us energy going into the next one. We're not gonna, let them off easy. We're gonna keep preparing tomorrow on training and get ready for the finals. We're ready, we're hot, we have the energy. We're gonna fight, and let's see what happens. But we've been doing the work, so I really hope that the work really shows in the next match.
All right, then back to you, Ivy. First conference mo pa lang to sa Akari, undefeated streak, at may finals ticket na kayo. Tell me, kumusta yung naging journey mo dito so far?
Sobrang hirap po talaga kasi Yun nga, bago ako sa team and madaming nangyari talaga the past few weeks. And ayun po, hindi siya naging madali pero every game po talaga, minimake sure po namin worth it.
Alright, and finally for the both of you, feel free to greet everybody watching, family, friends, and all the fans. Oli, go ahead.
For everyone watching, I just want to say to my family, friends, all the PVL fans, thank you so much for all the support. The support helps us. We wouldn't be able to be here without you guys. So I'm really grateful and I really hope that you guys continue to support us.
Alright, Ivy, any messages?
Hello po sa family ko po na nanonood po ngayon from Pampanga and sa mga kaibigan po namin and syempre sa mga PVL fans. And hello kay Tina. Thank you sa pag-support.
Alright, the Akari Chargers are on their way to their first finals appearance here in the PVL. They'll see you on Monday, Dip and Irene.
Thank you, Jana. There you have it. Ivy Laxina, Oli Ocayo teaming up to be that best duo for the Chargers and propelling Akari to the finals. What a match. The Chargers, they ended this one on an 11-5 run to win the game.
Well, if you watch the game and you think that PLDT had it in the bag, it's just that you see the difference of not giving up, what it means. If you watch this game, that's what you'll see. And sometimes you cannot actually imagine, you imagine, but you cannot witness it. But this time you're seeing it, you can experience it. So again, you know, it's such a great game and we hope the next game is going to be as great.
Right, and up next, we still have more volleyball action left to be played. Creamline Cool Smashers will go up against the Signal HD Spikers. And the winner will have the right to face Akari in the PVL Reinforced Finals. So what a historic victory for the Akari Chargers. It's their first time beating PLDT in the PVL. Their first time advancing to the PVL Finals. And the Cinderella run continues. 10 straight wins, unscathed, unblemished. And they are ready for more. Said Domingo and the rest of the ladies are happy to advance, and heartbreak once again for the high-speed hitters who will hope to get another shot at advancing to the PVL Finals. That does it for now. On behalf of my partner Noreen Go, our courtside reporter Jan Aido, my name is Dip Dipiaco saying thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more PVL action here on Signal TV.